I have a lot of friends, family, and coworkers that are very interested in motorcycles. My brother likes to ride around in them, and people at work often go on riding adventures. They're considered great adventures, and there's also a certain rebellion aspect to a motorcycle ride. There's also another side of the coin to this, as a relative of mine also lost her father-in-law to a motorcycle accident. The game that I will be playing is Atari Stunt Cycle. And you get a pretty good idea of the rewards of motorcycling, but I think it also lays out the consequences if you're not skilled enough. And to that end, I also find myself walking into another debate, the use of modded equipment versus original hardware. And I'll be giving my 2 cents at the end of this video for that. This I'm doing on the modded Xbox. As you see, there's not a lot to go on with this. Because basically all I can do is just push to the right and just let things happen. The mod Xbox offered me no control, no horsepower, no speed. I was good for 2 jumps and then just crashed spectacularly after that. So this was a game that the modded Xbox would not be of any help with to me. For this one, I needed to go with original equipment. So, I dug a little something out of storage, and I'm putting it in for use on this video right here. I would still take the crashes seriously on this though, because the crashes that you see on the screen, real stunt cyclists also have a far messier reality. I don't think we need to look at any more, do you? I thought not. Well, this is the Atari Stunt Cycle model SC450. It has power, difficulty, volume, and 4 games selected. Stunt Cycle, Drag Race, Motocross, and Enduro. Control is handled through the handle on the right, justifies your speed, popping wheelies, horsepower, everything. Fun to play with a little practice. This is the Stunt Cycle box. Sadly, please forgive the sideways viewing of this box. Basically tells you all 4 games involved. Stunt Cycle, which is to jump the buses, which can go up as high as 32 buses. Drag Race, you're just beating the clock. Race as fast as you can. Motocross, you just try to go through the obstacles. And then there's Enduro, where you are going through obstacles and trying to make it for the big jump. For my video this month, I'm basically making use of this little device right here, an RF demodulator. These are a little hard to find nowadays. It's hard to look for them at a Best Buy. eBay is usually your best choice. It's meant to turn coax signal into audio video, but it also requires power, so it comes with a power socket. And since the video card is HDMI, the AV will plug into the HDMI converter, and my footage will come from there. Mind you, this will be the first time I'll be using an original system on this, so not only are you going to be getting the gameplay out of this, but this will also be a first test for this type of demodulator. See if it works. If not, well, back to the drawing board. People want videos kept real. Well, this is trial and error, and that's about as real as it gets.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, this is not the proper game audio. Oh, and there I go, and I made it. But, yeah, it didn't translate over to audio playback, even though I did hear the main game view up, which I will be... Oh, I did not make that. Which I will be showing at a later time. But basically, this is the game, is you're looking to make a jump over a series of buses. Motorcycle riding was a very in thing back in the late 70s. Racing star Evel Knievel made a career out of it, especially with his crashes. And that one was bad out of the gate. And here we go again. Racing, going for the jump. And that pretty much says it all.
That was level 1, Stunt Cycle. And you have a lot more control over the game than you do with the modded system, especially using the handlebar. But the handlebar is what controls your power, how far you go, and how much power you have with the motorcycle. Too little, you don't make the jump. Too much, you capsize all over the place, especially as you land. So yeah, you're not getting a good landing if you don't time the jump right, if you don't get the speed right. So using the old system, the original equipment here, it's a more challenging game and gives you more to think about. But this system also has 3 other games to it. Let's check those out.
Again, no regular game audio. This is basically making use of the sound effects in the iPlayer. So here's hoping you enjoy it. But this game is still pretty self-explanatory. You're just trying to race across the screen and beat a clock in the process. Fastest time, and you win it. Sometimes it's a little fast, sometimes not. But you also have to try to maintain your control over your bike. And in this case, I guess I pretty much was able to, although sometimes it was a little hard to get the bike up.
Yeah, Drag Race did not look like much. Just looked like you're just racing across the screen, getting as much speed or horsepower as you can get to it, just crossing the lines. Motocross is next.
Yeah, you're basically looking to go over obstacles before you capsize, and you gotta be careful. You gotta time it just right.
Well, motocross looks pretty good. It's just a matter of trying to time popping your wheelie at the right place at the right time. So it's a little bit of a skill and precision game for this one. But still, if you don't get the timing and the speed exactly right, you get a wrecked bike and a wrecked player. One more to go.
Yep, Enduro, a combination of motocross and stunt cycle. You not only have to go over the obstacles, but you have to make the jump on the process, which I'm having a hard time making over the obstacles. And don't get me started on the jump. And that was Enduro, which was a combination of motocross and stunt cycle. You had to get over your obstacles where you had to pop the wheelies, and also make it to where you could jump the buses when the time was right. This last one is more of the challenge, but you can also have some fun, and it also kind of emphasizes the risks involved when you get on a real motorcycle.
Oh, game capture HD. What the hell's wrong? And now for the other dispute. I have basically shown the use of modern equipment versus the use of original with this. A YouTuber, RGT85, commented on a Facebook post which showed a family playing some old retro games and how they felt that he wasn't being a true retro gamer if he was not playing on the original material, original equipment. I have used the modded Xbox quite a lot for my videos. I feel that that Xbox still has quite a few stories to tell. It was not able to help me tell the story of Atari Stunt Cycle. That's pretty much a given. I was able to use the original equipment here, and while it does allow me to play the game in a more accurate fashion, unfortunately it seems like the audio does not translate through my equipment. That is something I am going to have to work on, even if I use a RF demodulator with the original equipment. Am I going to be using original equipment in the future? That is my plan. But I will be doing a trial and error to see maybe if there might be a better demodulator on the market somewhere. But those are pretty hard to find for my video work. But which is better, the original or the modded equipment? It doesn't really matter to me. I get joys out of both. And personally, I don't think it matters how you play your game, as long as the game is played. If you get better results off of a modded system or a plug and play, then that's fine. If you prefer to use the original equipment, I won't complain about that either. Sometimes you need the original equipment to play the games, and sometimes it's better to work off of a modded system. So, original equipment, modded Xbox, plug and play. As long as you are playing the game and you are enjoying the game, I think in the end of the day, that's all that matters. And I still plan to do original equipment in the future. I just have to hammer out the best plan to do that right now.
Don't forget to click and subscribe.